What's up, Airsofters? Jokerface the Airsoft Noob here, and I have something awesome to review. Let's see what it is.
I know the game, I know what's up. We ain't the same, I know your bluff. They know my name, yeah, I'm the one. I've been lit, forget the blunt. I've been the man. Hands up. $1,000,000 niggas. So you know, I've been the man. Been the man.
But before we get to the review, it's patch bay time. Now here I have a patch from a YouTuber called Highlander. Really cool guy, real down to earth. If you want to see one of his reviews in German, I'll leave a link below. This guy's going straight onto my patch bay and pow, there you go. So let's get to the review. What's in the box? Dang, of course, silly me. Well, first of all, you get the Begadi Chrono diagram. And you get rail mounts. What else? Well, you have the screws for the rail mounts. What else do we have? Well, you won't get one, but two mid-cap mags. Is there anything else? Yes, you get a brochure. Do we have more? Well, of course. We have the instruction manual. This is the E&C SMR-16 with Begadi Core inside. It kind of does, but it doesn't look like the 416A5. This is an almost full metal construction. The flash hider, the outer barrel, handguard, upper, lower, trigger, the trigger guard, tubing, and the sights are all made out of metal. The only things that are made out of plastic are the pistol grip, the stock, and the fire selector, which is kind of strange. This rifle has a length of 710 millimeters and can be extended to 800 millimeters. Its weight is about 3,000 grams, which is about 3 kilograms. And it also has a velocity of 400 to 420 FPS, which is an energy value of about 1.5 to 1.6 joule. I chronoed it myself. Let's see what I got. Now, let's move to the front of the rifle. By releasing the flash hider, it will reveal a 14 millimeter counterclockwise thread, so you can actually put a tracer on there or a mild suppressor on there. The handguard is based on a 416 platform. What I think is really cool is that you have the ambidextrous QD sling mount. And to be honest, I think this just looks awesome. Looking at the details of this rifle, you can see the mock gas tubing that runs on the inside of the handguard. Looking at the monolithic rail at the top, everything is perfectly flush. You do not have any type of edges or any type of height differences. Let's move on to the center of the rifle, shall we? The upper and the lower are both made out of metal. Everything is ambidextrous besides the charging handle. By pulling the charging handle back, it reveals the hop-up unit. The cool thing is that it locks into place, so you won't have to hold it back to adjust your hop-up. And if you're finished, all you do is just press the release and you're good to go. As I mentioned earlier, the really cool thing about this rifle is that almost everything is ambidextrous. Besides the charging handle, you have the mag release, the bolt catch release, and the fire selector that are all ambidextrous. The only thing that I do not like is that the fire selector does not give any type of tactical feedback when it's in semi or auto. It just goes straight through. You have to kind of feel your way out or whatever. No tactical feedback. And it's made out of plastic. Let's move on to the pistol grip. The pistol grip on this rifle is just amazing. I love this pistol grip. It fits great in your hand and it's very comfortable, and I don't know. I really don't know what else to say. It's just awesome. Moving along to the rear of the rifle, you have the sling mount and you have the stock. This stock has 6 positions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So what else am I gonna say about this stock? Well, this isn't a very good stock. It looks very voluptuous and big, and you think you can put all the batteries in there you want to, but to be honest, there's virtually almost no battery space in here. To release the stock, you have to basically pull all the way out, pull the tab all the way down, and remove the stock. There it will reveal the Dean's connector, which is really, really cool. But to get to the battery space in the stock, I'm gonna have to try to speed this up so you can see what a hassle it is to take off the stock. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna go ahead and speed it up. There's nowhere to put any battery space in there. You would have to cut all of this out or somehow just you can't disassemble any of this. So, and on this side, you can't pull out these tabs for some reason. You'll probably have to break them out or something. And even though you do that, you still can't fit like the 3 slim batteries, you can't fit them in there. And this stock just sucks. Here I have an 11.1 LiPo with 1.2 1200 milliamp hours. So when you connect this, you would have to connect it, put the battery in here, and somehow keep the cables at the bottom, and then put the battery towards the top, and you could just barely fit it into the tubing. But you're gonna have to leave the cables out again. And then I would just not put any of this in here, none of it. I would just keep it closed, and then because it just doesn't make sense. So you have this, you have that, and just put the stock over the cables. Make sure you do not clamp because it's very sharp. Make sure you don't break the cables or cut them. Then you pull the tab up. So you can't retract the stock all the way, which is a bummer. A real bummer. Let's talk about the magazine. The magazine goes in pretty easy. It has a slight wobble up front and towards the side. It feels like it's not really made for this gun, but it definitely goes in easy and releases very nicely. Speeding is good too. Let's move on to the internals. This rifle has a 270 millimeter standard brass inner barrel. Connected to the inner barrel is a standard rotary hop-up unit, which is really cool. What is also standard is the bucking and the nub that is both standard, so I would actually change those. Now let's move on to the gearbox. This rifle has a standard version 2 gearbox in it with 8mm bearings, a 21mm brass nozzle, which is really cool, an aluminum ventilated piston head, a piston with 15 full metal teeth, a CNC'd brass cylinder head with 2 O-rings and a sorbo pad in it. I think that is awesome. It has steel gears with the sector gear having 13 teeth, a steel cylinder, a steel spring guide with bearings, and an M120 spring. And the heart of this rifle, you have the Begadi Core EFC system, which is really, really cool. And the trigger response is amazing. Crazy good, especially with a rifle in this price range. Having an EFC system is awesome. I think it's great. You have great trigger response. I did do a shoot test. Let's check it out. This rifle has a standard torque motor in it with normal magnets. I'm willing to look over this because at a price range like this, you can't ask for more, to be honest. The motor is good enough. It does its job for this weapon, which is really cool. The stock is horrible though. What about the stock? Did you already mention the stock? Okay, the stock sucks. So, what are the pros and cons on this rifle? Pros. Pro number one is the almost full metal construction. I think the build is just great. The only thing that I don't like is the stock. And I'm going to say that a couple of more times in this video just to make sure that E&C knows never to use this stock again. Pro number two. Well, I love the form factor. This 416 form factor, or basically this model that is based on the 416 platform, is just amazing. I think it's awesome. I really think that this airsoft rifle is just awesome. Pro number three are the almost all ambidextrous controls, which is really, really cool. Pro number four are the internals. The internals on this rifle are freaking really good for the price that they're selling this for, especially with the Begadi Core EFCS system in there. Pro number five. I really like the pistol grip. The pistol grip is awesome. I really like it. It's really good. Cons. Con number one. To be honest, that is basically almost the number one con and the only con that is about this weapon, especially at this price point, and that is the stock. Mentioning the stock, I could not mention it as much as I can. I don't know, but this stock is probably the worst stock that I've ever seen because, I don't know, it's just bad. But the good part of it is that you can just remove the stock and get a different stock. And I guarantee you, go ahead and invest that money because this rifle is really, really good. So what do I think about this rifle? And does it get the noob stamp of approval? Well, a definite yes. At this price range, you could not ask for anything more. The externals are great. The internals are almost great. I mean, the only thing that I hate is the stock. Once again, but just get a new stock, just get a different stock. And I don't necessarily like the fire selector being plastic, so you can change the fire selector. But other than that, you couldn't ask for anything better. And to be honest, they're ramping up the competition to the competition. If you like this review, go ahead and subscribe and click the notification bell so you won't miss any other reviews. Other than that, give us a like. Jokerface the Airsoft Noob signing out.